Major John Madden, Los Troncones outside of Victoria, Mako, and Bear. This is Bear. He's the most dominant dog in the pack, but what a sweetie to me. And my dog Magic is out there hunting somewhere. And we've been doing this every day, usually a couple of times in the morning, maybe a third time early afternoon, and then late afternoon, evening. I've been here 9 days, I guess, now, today. And these dogs get very little love and very little food. And with me, they've been getting a whole lot of love and as much food as I can get to them. What's he doing down there? He's so random. Puppies are so random. Oh, he found water. He found water in there. That's what he found. There's water in there. So the other thing I give them is a chance to exercise their essence. Their mission sounds too highfalutin. To express who they really are in the world. They've all got hunting dog in them. They all get so happy when I do what nobody else does. Get them off the compound and out in the fields, in the woods, where they hunt. Oh, do they get happy. They're so sad and so tense and frustrated on the compound that you would never know. I want to say to my hosts, go for these walks because you need it, because you need to nurture yourself and get off the compound when there's such fabulous, look at this. When there's such fabulous country around you, get out and be with it. Pull yourself out of the dailiness that sucks you in, of course, because you're involved in survival in a way that the middle class people in the hotel were not. You're hustling to put food on the table. Yeah, I get it. But go for walks. Go for walks. They don't even have the concept. They have no idea what it means. You know, literally, what are you doing when you go off with those dogs? I'm taking a walk. Why? Why are you doing that? Because it's good for me, really good for them. So there's a very popular Oscar-winning movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So far, all I know is the title and the concept. It's my life. It is my life. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm remembering my whole life because I no longer take those pharmaceutical drugs. My brain is healing. And in your 70s, people do that. It's all coming back to me in vivid relief. Like every one of those memories is stored in its own unique cell in my brain and just cracks wide open for me. And random times without me asking for it. We're in Mexico. Mouth. None of them have names but Little White Lily. But that's Magic, my dog right there. That's Buddha. I call him Buddha because he seems very calm. And he gladly receives love but doesn't make a fuss. The puppy is Snoopy. And here's Lily, the only one that actually has a name. And I don't bother to go up, unless I'm going to go for a long walk, I don't bother to go up the hill there because the dog's mouth is probably right now at the big gate going toe to toe with the upset dogs on the other side. No, we'll just go down here. Yeah, so Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I'm remembering everything. Everything reminds me of another part of my life. And walking the dogs, part of the unique pain of giving these dogs such a good experience is that it's going away. Soon, hopefully hopefully pretty soon my car will be repaired and we'll get off this compound and up in these mountains. That's my first agenda. Get back in these mountains. There's a spectacular park back up in there. Well, what about these dogs then? What happens to them? Well, it's not my place to worry about that. And it's not my place to ruin this experience by comparing it with what's going to happen when I leave. Much earlier in my life, 30 years ago, as a psychologist, my last psychology job, I worked in a mental health program in a VA hospital, the West Side VA in Chicago, toughest in the system. Lots of black vets would not go to that hospital because they regarded it as dangerous, which in many ways it was. I got wounded there in the line of therapy, 9 stitches to my head, and genuinely traumatized. Day hospital program. Very heavy with Vietnam vets at that particular era. It was the era when Vietnam guys were finally coming forward with their PTSD. So these guys had PTSD. They had racism. They had poverty. They almost all had dual diagnosis. They were using something, alcohol or something. They were tough group to work with. They were with us for a month, I think sometimes 2, but usually a month. Then they went back to their lives and their neighborhoods and their world and their lack of jobs and lack of future in our society. There's not been rain for 3 days. We got heavy rain 2 days, but now after 3 days without, when those trucks roll by, the dust really gets stirred up. And I don't know what all is going on up there. Why is there all this action up that hill, including dump trucks? I want to see. This is not the road to Los Troncones, Parque Ecological. That's the next road over that way. But I'm going to want to use a little bit of my minimal gas for the rest of the month to go up there and see what's happening there. Find a place to walk maybe there. So the way I made my peace with that was I rewrote my job description. My psychologist job description became, I hang out and tell the truth. That's the deal.